June 13th, 2025, Friday the 13th, in fact. No story time with Aaron today. The chair became inhabited with a bunch of my pocket stuff and whatever. After I went to sleep in the chair, shortly after I made my entry yesterday, I think I kind of was super zapped. I just crashed out. And then I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning with the bed covered with stuff that I couldn't sleep on the bed. So I transferred most of it over to the chair so that I could sleep in the bed. Anyway, had a nice casual morning. We just kind of working on paperwork and whatever, going through my motions. And then in the afternoon, I headed over to Adams to work on the graphic stuff for the upcoming East vs. West. And basically did that all the rest of the day. Made good progress. Pretty much knocked out all the main elements that we needed to tackle. I guess that pretty much comprises the whole day. My deep thought for the day. I think I wrote something down. I just jumped on this before reviewing my note. Let's see, what does the note say? Yeah, I did have something. What was that? The note claimeth. Oh yeah, okay, so one of the values I think that I can offer in this, I guess this is a further part of my sales pitch, which is kind of dumb in its own way. Really, you don't need to, if you're doing good at something, you don't need to try to sell it. You just do it, and it's good, and people just appreciate it for its quality. But I'm not so good at this yet, so I am, I say yet because I do believe I will improve. My added sales pitch note that I wrote to myself is that I can offer my even keel positivity. I guess as you watch, or if you cared to watch more than, I don't know, a dozen or a couple dozen of these entries, I am generally pretty even keel. I guess lacking a really great definition of that phrase. I just I don't have a lot of ups and downs, and I'm mostly a little more up. Yeah, I'm basically always up. I just am a generally positive, happy fellow. I'm pretty lucky for basically everything that I have in life, and for all the opportunities I have. Certainly, everything isn't perfect. I just realized my cadence might have a bit of a Jeff Goldblum kind of feel to it, and I only noticed that in retrospect because none of it was intentional. Maybe this is just the level of tiredness that I'm at right now, where I'm thinking heavily and maybe enunciating in a way that, at that point anyway, semi-sounded Jeff Goldblumish. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I am generally a positive fellow. Certainly lacking certain things in life that I do hope to someday find a wife and start a family, even at the grizzled old age that I am. I think that's pretty much the only real negative in life for me. So I'm one of the lucky people that just gets to enjoy good times most of the time. And I'm happy to share that. So I think that will be maybe one of the positive contributions that I can make. I hope. And I guess with that, the call to action would be guess uh, maybe I'll spin the call to action into something that's similar to what I do here. I think part of the reason, well, okay, there's maybe two. There's a lot of reasons, but I'll just cite two reasons why I think I have a lot of positivity in life. One is probably the more dominant, maybe the more um, uh, intangible, but more difficult to alter reason would be just that I was born this way. um, is it genetic, or maybe genetic and conditioned? I'm lucky enough that my parents were always very positive people. Now, that could have been their genetics, but I think also they decided to be that way. It was a choice in many ways. So I have that benefit of having had a very positive upbringing and really set the stage and the habits of essentially being positive very frequently, essentially most of the time. So that's one factor, I'm sure, probably the dominant factor as to why I carry this positivity with me on a very common, very regular basis. The other thing I would point to, however, which is a decisional sort of controllable element, is that I do make regular, even daily, mental notes about the things that I am grateful for. In a religious context, people probably would say this is, you would pray on a daily basis, and you would offer gratitude for those things. And in a sense, that's for many years, even when I was more religious, that's what I did. But having done that, having developed the habit of daily journal writing and now daily vlogging along with it, it just gives me the opportunity to reflect on those things, the positive things, and allow them to feed me in a positive way and give me positive vibes, I guess, for lack of a better term, to kind of inhabit my personality and my motivation, my character, my method of being. So because of the daily regularity, which is something, man, this is the longest call to action ever, which is something anybody can choose, I would say it, along with my first mentioned genetic sort of environmental disposition of positivity, it has been bolstered by the daily activities that I enjoy, even despite the challenges of enjoying them. Sometimes it's the next morning when I get really tired, but tonight it's tonight instead of tomorrow morning. And call to action would be do what you can to make a regular daily habit of some kind where you recognize the good things you have in life. It will make you a better person. It'll make you a more positive person, both in two different ways, and both of those are important. Anyway, there you have it. I really enjoyed the sunset today. I threw that as I'm posting that up in the video here. Great, beautiful sunset. Beautiful thing to enjoy. Great nature, and just beauty. And hopefully you all enjoyed your own day somewhere, wherever it is that you were. And we'll catch you next time. Take it easy.